In the history of The Rookie, John Nolan's transition to training officer in Season 5 was his greatest evolutionary moment. His background as a police officer who the entire force was against made him a great mentor for new officers. Viewers are reminded by The Watcher that even though he is naturally suited for the part, he must once more prove himself. Juarez is not the only one who suffers if she doesn't perform well during her plain clothes day shift. Nyla Harper, speaking to John Nolan, "You've spent the last 9 months training her, so you have a stake in her success. However, she can only be successful if you allow her to fail." From the start, Selena Juarez was a difficult rookie. The character's charm was equaled only by her unconventional approaches. With a satisfying action scene in which she takes down an irate driver by herself, The Watcher demonstrates her development into a competent officer. In a way that other characters wouldn't, she is also able to reprimand Nolan for undermining her during a stressful moment. Even though viewers want Selena to succeed, they almost hope she makes a mistake so that she and Nolan can continue their relationship as rookies and training officers. Another memorable part of the episode is Selena's climactic scene, where she talks a grieving woman out of killing a gang member. The plea itself and the action scene that comes before it both veer toward melodrama, but when done well, that adds to the show's allure. Individual accounts of these officers' interactions with the community are the highlight of The Rookie. Almost forgotten in Season 6, it appears to have made a comeback in Season 7. The story arc that followed Jackson West's training with a racist officer was one of The Rookie's best before he was murdered off. The broadcast examined the negative aspects of policing, introducing community activist James Murray and featuring defense lawyer Wesley Evers. In The Watcher, James made a comeback to fill the void left by the disappearance of such aspects in recent years, much like the personal touch in its stories. Nyla Harper and James were married and had a child, but during the middle of Season 6, her husband disappeared into the background. It feels long overdue for him to return to the show. However, by implying that individuals defending the accused rights can also be adversaries in their own right, The Rookie commits a typical plot chasm. This story focuses more on causing marital conflict between James and Nyla than it does on analyzing how the LAPD can occasionally fail. To be fair, it's not a good look for James to gather irate neighborhood members who would then ambush his wife as soon as she gets home. However, The Rookie solely discusses the corruption scandal's negative effects on the police. One tiny hope is that if James and Nyla's conflict persists, maybe one of the stories in the future will emphasize how important it is for police officers to gain, and occasionally regain, the trust of their community. To elaborate on the second point, Nolan pays Walter a visit in the hospital waiting area while his granddaughter is undergoing surgery. Walter describes how he refused to give up his gun when his daughter asked him to because it would have required him to acknowledge a painful aspect of growing older. This story doesn't have a conclusion, but it serves as a reminder to viewers that the Rookie's patrol policemen aren't there merely to solve crimes or save the day. They are there to support the people whose lives are impacted by these catastrophes, or in this case, simply to be there.